Here is where you were. And here is where you will be, or even are right now. Big jump, right? We know, and we hear you. Don't get me wrong, transitioning from high school to university is so exciting. It marks the beginning of a new chapter filled with opportunities for social working, independence, growth, and memories. However, behind that pretty picture everyone paints you also lies a lot of challenges that no one tells you about. Learning how to adapt to the independence of learning, coping with the workload, building new social connections, and handling financial responsibilities, students often experience a lot of stress, anxiety, or even depression due to these combined pressures. When our group was tasked with the assignment of finding a problem a lot of people faced and tackling it, we had various conversations and realized we all had something in common and feel that everyone also did. The transition from high school to university. It lacks several supports and could be made way more comfortable and smoother. So, with the aid of the 7-step Osborn model, we dove right into this challenge, tackling it from every angle until we arrived at a solution. Now, before we get into the meat and potatoes of everything, you might be wondering, what the heck is the 7-step model, and how did it help you guys break it down? Well, to answer this question, let me give you guys some background deets. Alex Osborn crafted the 7-step model of creative thinking, drawing from his real-world experiences as an advertising executive. His belief in nurturing creativity led him to develop this structured framework. This was influenced by his work within brainstorming. This model offers a systematic approach for individuals like our team to generate innovative solutions rooted in practical insights and the creative process. Now, Osborn's famous 7 steps include number 1, orientation, 2, preparation, 3, analysis, 4, ideation, 5, incubation, 6, synthesis, and 7, analysis. Now that the stage is set with this orientation, grab your plates because here come the meat and potatoes of the 2nd step, preparation.
Hey guys, we're gonna go ask some university students some questions. Come on. Excuse me, do you mind if I just take a few moments of your time today? So, what's your name?
My name is Saqib.
Dimitri, Raphael.
My name is Lisa.
Okay, so my question for you today, we're doing a little project and we're asking a few questions about the transition from high school to university. So do you want to tell us a little bit about what it was like for you and some problems you faced?
Yeah, so I went to a pretty good high school that prepared me well for the academic portion of it, but I feel like no one's ever really prepared fully for university classes, exams, and all of that, and kind of just the adapting to the change. So that was probably the biggest change for me, was kind of adapting to the major change of driving yourself here, kind of not having the same people in your classes every time, getting to meet professors, kind of being on your own mainly.
What do you think the university could have offered you to make your transition as, an undergraduate student, even coming to master's easier? Like, what could have made it easier, your life easier, finding everything?
As an international student, I got almost all the help I needed from ISC. They were
perfect.
pretty helpful, even with, they have offered a mentor. So the mentor was particularly helpful with all the day-to-day things. For example, my mentor actually helped me with groceries. So
Groceries?
yeah.
Wow.
So where should I buy? What should I get? Which day of the week is the best to get groceries for students?
So first of all, I'm international.
Okay.
So that's the first thing, right? So I moved from Nigeria. I went to a high school in Hamilton. Then I came to University of Windsor. So I know my first experience moving here, there wasn't that much of a community for my type of people, at least, like for Nigerians at least, for Africans or international students in general, right? So it was kind of hard to assimilate into the whole system. I was very new here at the time. I didn't know a lot of people around. I was still very unfamiliar with the system, how Canada works. So that really helped if there was like some form of introductory committee for international students to help us assimilate into the system better. Yeah.
So do you feel like if there was maybe like a program that you could sign up for so you can meet new people, or like maybe a better lounge areas?
I feel like for sure having some lounges here, because some people commute to this university, and driving here you get tired throughout your classes, so just having a bit of a space to just relax, sit with your friends, because it's very limited here, just having a little more I feel could be really helpful.
I think that if we educate high school students on the end point of their degree, so we propose to them what kind of opportunities there are after they get certain degrees and educate them more about where their end goal is, it would help ease the transition and clear up some of the uncertainties that students have coming in to picking what degree they should be doing. So I think if we really focus on that, it'll ease a lot of uncertainty in high school students.
A thing I would suggest is if the ISC would start, some meetups. Meetups of particular interest. For example, I'm an electrical student, so I particularly like technology, right? So if there was, a workshop for, tech enthusiasts, or some things which are not related to academics, but help student grow. Yeah, based on your interest, or DIY things. I think that would be nice.
What would be your advice to first-year students, Dimitri?
My advice to first-year students is to not get discouraged, because it can be a lot of work transitioning from high school to university. Just stick in there, and as you keep progressing, it gets a little bit easier, to be honest.
For the analysis portion of the model, we analyzed all the data that we gathered, and we decided to come up with several ideas for a solution. We thought of creating another collective space for all students to come together and join, and basically give them the opportunity to make friends and be comfortable with each other. We know that the CAW already exists, but it looks too much like a cafeteria, and there's not enough comfortable spots at all. At the same time, we don't want to create another club, because clubs require a lot of commitment, and sometimes that can be really scary. So we identified the many barriers preventing these problems from being solved, such as funding constraints, space constraints, and then also administrative approval. We managed to come up with an idea that could hopefully incorporate most of our needs based off of our idea, which takes us to our next step. So our next step, ideation. After picking up all of our alternatives, we decided to come up with one student building that would not be like the CAW. However, it would be student run on a volunteer basis and would include incentives, and it would also include workshops and events for people to come and hang out. The goal of this new student building would be to overall help all the students become comfortable with each other, make new friends, and get used to the university culture.
Now is the time to incubate. This is where we all take a break and individually further develop the plan. And now the incubation period is over, and it's time to synthesize. This is where we all come together to verify that our plan works cohesively together. Number one, where are we going to put this building? We believe it should go where the new residence building is being built. Currently, the undergraduate, international, and master's application rates are all on the decline. Why are we building a building for people that aren't coming here? Let's have a building that actually supports the students that are currently here. So within this building, we believe that all the furniture within it should be flexible and able to move around to accommodate the amount of people that are in the space and whatever events are being hosted. We also believe that it should have very nice, warm, and inviting colors and music going on. Currently in the CAW, it's very cafeteria-esque, which isn't really what we're going for. Now, why would students be incentivized to work there? We believe that if we had grade point bonuses the same way the psychology pool works, along with possibly getting money on your win card or discounts on your textbooks, students would be incentivized to work there. Plus, it would look great on your resume.
So the final step in Osborn's 7-step plan is to evaluate. For us to evaluate, we went back on campus to get a few students' reactions to our idea and to see if it would be an effective way to assist in the transition from high school to university. Hi, what's your name?
I'm Jasmine,
Hi, Jasmine. And what program did you graduate from?
industrial engineering.
Awesome. So the concept for our project was to create a solution to try and help students transition from high school to university and to make campus life a little bit better for students. So do you think that something like this would have helped you in the transition from high school to university and through your university career? It's kind of sort of a lounge that would be run by students that are working for incentive, whether that be extra credit or money on their U-Win card. And it's kind of just a place where we could go have social events, meet new people, and connect with other students on campus.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea. I always really love studying over at Green Bean. So I think if you were to bring something like that onto campus, it would be really helpful to build more student relationships, and also you said that it would be a benefit for the students working there, so that's, I think, also really good.
Yeah, I mean, I started here in 2020, so we only had Alumni Hall open. We only had lounges available. So that's exactly the environment where I met all my friends, and it was a good transition. So I think that's a great idea.
Connect students and to be able to make friends and have social events and stuff like that. Do you think that it would help?
Oh yeah, for sure. I feel like I love the concept first of all, and I feel like that will definitely make kids like way more productive, and they're definitely gonna want to go to school because like this looks great. Like I would want to live there, TBH. Like that's just me. Honestly, anything. Like you guys can host like so much in there.
After everything we've asked students, we've ideated upon, that we've come up with, that our solution is exactly what students are looking for. Behind me stands the new Chat Time Cafe inside of Leddy Library. And even though this is a great step in the right direction, we know that students are excited about places like this and how much more excited they are when presented with our solution to the transition from high school to university.
1, 2,